Hey, Merry Christmas. I should have it out today, and today's the 24th, so I'm a little bit ahead, but anyway, Merry Christmas. Um, have you ever heard people say, or someone say, I have to be more like Jesus, or I need to be more like Jesus? I think that's so funny. The way I've heard it interpreted in the past is like we have a hippie Jesus, literally. Like people think Jesus does love, not war. Blonde, blue-eyed, long-hair guy who's just all about peace and love. And if you read the Bible, if you don't, Jesus is very opposite of that. And I know I was tormenting you with Matthew 10, but in Matthew 10, he says, I came to divide brother against mother, brother against sister, sister against brother, father against son, mother against daughter, and so on and so forth. And, Jesus, the whole time he was here, he was telling everybody, like the Pharisees, he would say, sons of Satan. And to his disciples, he would say, hey, ye of little faith, you are like children. He never was this very loving hippie kind of a guy. So if you ever hear someone say that, you should correct them or understand that most likely they are not interpreting it correctly. Jesus is this on fire for the truth. The Bible says that when he would talk with such authority that people would just be in awe of him. And you can't be this guy who's fun-loving and, just love not war and peace kind of guy. He wasn't this nice guy that everybody, I think that's the image we have of him, and that's just so incorrect. He went into a synagogue now called churches, and he just tore all the tables around, and he called it a den of thieves. And I mean, he was just a revolutionary man God who just went around speaking truth, showing that he was God by his miracles. No one before him had, healed the leopards and given sight to the blind, and paraplegic just came up, walked. I mean, to understand that, his bones weren't even, and muscles weren't even developed because he was paraplegic, right? He was in bed, could not move. So he literally could not do anything. And God just said, Jesus said, stand up and walk. Pick up your mat and walk. And he did. So we don't understand the concept of what a miracle is and what the things he did. But he wasn't this guy who you want, or if you say, I need to be more like Jesus, be prepared, because Jesus was killed because of who he was. He said the truth all the time. He didn't care to who it was and how it was. He just spoke truth. And no matter how hard it was, where the rich young ruler came up to him and he said, I want to get to heaven. And he says, okay, well, you got to do Moses and the 10 Commandments. And he says, the rich young ruler says, I already do that. Then Jesus, knowing his heart and knowing who he was, says, okay, go sell all your things and follow me. And the rich young ruler left sad because he was very rich and he didn't want to leave his riches behind. So Jesus was like, it's easier for, I can't remember, it was like a needle through a camel or something like that. But anyway, Jesus was not this fun-loving, go-getting, party kind of guy who just wants to be a part of anything. The Bible also says that when you're like Jesus, you will be persecuted. People will be against you. Why? Because nobody really wants to hear the truth. Everybody wants to be their own God and wants to feel it. And this world preaches love, right? It says all about love, like we should love, honor, respect. And yet you see the world and its disaster, when you get together with friends, all you guys, or I'm not accusing you or judging you, but most of the time people just start gossiping about other people. Is that really love? When you look at a woman who may not be dressed appropriately, what do we think as guys? So, at any rate, I just want to reiterate. um, when you say you should be more like Jesus, remember one thing. He was not a hippie love guy. He was a truth sayer. No matter how hard it was. The Pharisees tried to kill him 3 times because he would just speak truth and they would hate it. And if you start to speak truth, then all you can expect from that is for people to hate you and be against you. And those are the decisions that you have to make as a Christian or a non-Christian person. Because to say the truth, you don't have to be Christian. But you do have to be strong enough to say it. If a person isn't acting correctly, or is doing something to hurt themselves, or hurting you, if somebody hurts me, I will tell them exactly what it is. To be someone who speaks the truth, you don't have to be Christian. But it helps to have an example in Jesus Christ. So please, when you say, I need to be more like Jesus, remember one thing. He was not love. He was not peace and love. He was not this nice guy who just wanted you to like him. Like he wasn't a people pleaser. He wasn't a follower. He was a leader. He's God. He was a leader. He is someone that we should follow or mimic, understanding the consequences. At the end, they killed him. At the end, people will be against you if you talk truth. But not just any truth, right? Not my opinion of the truth, but the truth. Merry Christmas. Have fun. Hope you guys just have an amazing year. And thanks for listening to all those who listen. Leave a comment. Do whatever. Stay strong.